Snake Pit channel again tonight, of course. GTR Butters out of commission. Why we're over here on the Snake Pit channel to begin with, you just saw an Xfinity race. The Salma Soaps go to victory lane. He'll be in this Cup race as we get into it here. Of course, it's myself in here. GTR Taddy is back alongside me. We'll talk with him here in just a little bit. But joining me for the Cup broadcast is another special guest, the driver of the Black Bear Racing, Tennessee Whiskey Racing, number 52 Toyota. It's Klein. Welcome in, Klein.
What's up? What's up, Clay? How you doing?
I'm doing good. I guess both are correct here technically. You are the captain over there for that Tennessee Whiskey Racing truck team. But we're here for the Cup Series. The truck guy's going to fire it up a little bit later, but we still got one more race to get through here from the Kentucky Speedway. The Cup guy's getting after it.
Yeah, we saw the Soaps take the win there in the Xfinity race. Let's see. I'm curious to see if he might be able to double down tonight. And then if he does that, maybe, who knows, maybe Tennessee Whiskey can go on to be an underdog at the Auto Club Speedway, make it a clean sweep.
Perhaps, or even a Litsum car, or Rising Dragon, or any of the other teams. Rum Runners also out there. So here we go. They're going to be in qualifying here within the next minute or so. Let's take care of a couple roster notes for tonight. Well, more than a couple. We have a couple new drivers, Rum Runners, predominantly with the most changes. Mopau Celtics welcomes himself back to the Cup Series, driving the number 16. Cushion Pushin' has made a return to Cobra. He'll be racing in the 43 tonight. No more Blakey T in the Cup Series, which I find to be a really intriguing move. And we're expecting Braves, Derek Cope, another driver, to be driving in the Cup Series tonight. And we could even potentially see Mills making his Cup debut, I do believe.
Now, I apologize, Clay. I didn't follow. Where did Blakey T go? Is he trucks
Blakey,
now?
yes, he's in trucks now.
Wow. That is an interesting move.
And we do have a trade to announce for the Cup Series, a driver swap. JCR Clashin has been traded from Venom Racing to Gorilla Autosport in exchange for Cyberon K Bionic. A big trade, big driver trade here. Just those two, and I think a future draft pick might be involved in this one. But that means new faces on new teams. JCR Clashin moves from what was originally the 3 over to the 8, and now he goes to Gorilla Autosport. He'll be piloting the number 51, which is interesting because we previously saw him, the 51, be piloted by Sharp, but we won't be seeing that moving forward. And Cyber goes over to Venom Racing, and Cyber will pilot the number 47 Chevrolet. And I think that move might be for Gorilla Autosport. They're trying to get back into the team fight. They're sitting third. They're literally in the dead middle of everyone. So they're trying to make a move that could potentially have them in the fight for the team title. Venom feels like they're pretty squarely out of it. And so Cyber is a guy that, that Chase and the guys over at Venom can work on and build around. Cyber, a rookie here to Cobra, but he started to find his footing as well, and he's done great. Meanwhile, a veteran like Clashin can jump over to Gorilla Autosport and make a big impact on that Cup team. What do you think about that move, Klein?
Sorry, Clay, I was having mic issues. Run that by me one more time.
The trade Clashin going to Gorilla Autosport for Cyber going back to Venom.
It's going to be interesting. I am interested to see which way it goes, which person in which car with the combination of the team does better. I'm sure both of them will make out just fine, but it'll be interesting to see what happens moving forward.
In a couple other roster notes in this one, Bad Guy will be making a hot seat, his first career Cup start in his, I believe, 59th Cobra start, is his first career Cup start. So congratulations to Bad Guy on his first Cup start. He's been with us for a long time and finally gets his Cup opportunity.
So was he bumped up to Xfinity Anderson?
Well, Bad Guy's been in Xfinity all season, but he's getting a hot seat opportunity tonight for Venom Racing.
Awesome, great. Good to see
59 starts, and this is his first hot seat?
His first Cup start.
Wow. Go get him, Bad Guy.
He's been with us for a long time.
Even though that's his PSN, he's not really a bad guy. Just over there, he's pretty good.
So I believe they're going to be in qualifying now. Yes, they are in qualifying now.
Chase Beatty has recently taken over, like I'm sure you just said. I just put my headset back on, but to see what you were talking about with that trade, I don't know if I like that move of Clashing for Cyberbionic. Maybe Beatty doesn't get along so well with Clashing. Maybe he's buds with Cyberbionic, but I really feel like Clashing is the heart and soul of Venom and has been both last season and this season for team points, big finishes, wins, all of that in the Cup Series. So I don't know if it's a move I would have made, but we'll see how it pans out. Maybe Cyber can be that guy for Venom, and he's kind of on the outside in over there in the gas. He wasn't the top guy carrying it for gas, so maybe now he can be the driving star for Venom.
Well, yeah, that's kind of what I was talking about, and I'll reiterate a little bit. They're halfway through qualifying, so we have a little bit of time to talk about this a little bit more now that you're back with us. And I really feel like this move, just thinking about it, I think with Chase taking over at Venom, I think he feels like he might be a little too far out of the team fight, while Picola's a guy who is quite a ways out right now, but he's still within striking distance, and I feel like that he feels like he needs a guy like Clashin to come in and help lead this team. As GTR BD joins right now, he can offer some insight here, but Clashin is a guy that can really help Picola out in the short term, and Cyber is a guy that can help Beatty out in the long term.
Yeah, I think one more thing to kind of go with that, right, is so when I was running Venom, everybody kind of coincided Clash and Daddy, right? Like as long as I've been part of Venom, I've had Clash and he's my keeper, right? Like Bailey's coming over, he's taking over Venom. He kind of needs to put a stamp on it as his team, and so what better way than to get rid of the number one standing Daddy driver, right? So now he gets rid of him. He's got Cyberbionic to build his team in the future. So I really think on his end as a captain, it really stamps a mark of, yeah, I'm here to do some stuff and show that I'm a good team captain myself.
Well, Beatty, as they finish qualifying here from Kentucky, I'll ask you for some insight on this Clashin for Cyber trade. Let's hear from you.
Well, I just know that Clashin had always wanted to be a Toyota. You know, he's one of Taddy's boys. He loves racing Taddy. Once Taddy moved on to a different, better, greener pastures, you know, Clashin, he had always wanted to race a Toyota, but Taddy was never able to get the Toyotas to put him in a Toyota. So I was like, well, you know what, man, I'm a fair guy. That, you know, we're not really going to have a chance to compete this year anyway. I mean, it's halfway through the season. And it's just a rough season for us, you know. So I was like, well, you know what, I'll give you a chance to go drive one of them Toyotas. Picola give me back a solid driver. He offered Cyber. Cyber's somebody that I can build around. You know, he shows up every week. He's not going to be here this week, but he shows up almost every week, you know, unless some kind of crazy event's going on. And the same could be said for Clashin. Clashin's one of the best drivers in this league. He'll be in the Hall of Fame one day. He's one of the best guys that we've ever had race here, hands down. But I just wanted to be fair and give him the opportunity that he's always wanted, especially with, you know, it's kind of like his brother moved away from the team. So I just wanted to give him the opportunity that he wanted, and so we went out and made that happen.
Well, there you go. There's some insight on that trade. They're finishing up qualifying now, which means we're getting ready for driver introductions. And yes, Derek Cope will be in the 1, Mills in the 16. No 42, no 43, no 47 as well. And it appears that the 34 is also not in the field. That was expected to be piloted by Masopes in the 34. But no 34 right now. So 15 guys here tonight for the Cup Series. So they're now in post-race, waiting for him to get back into the lobby. And then we'll get these driver introductions going. All right, we'll wait for it to update. All right, starting in the 15th position tonight from Loganville, Georgia, driving the Rum Runners Racing #1 Chevrolet, it's Derek Cope. Starting in the 14th position tonight from Thunder Bay, Ontario, Canada, making his first career cup start in the Cobra E-Racing Series, driving the Venom Racing #3 Chevrolet, it's Bad Guy. Starting in position number 13 tonight from Cleona, Pennsylvania, driving the Venom Racing #37 Chevrolet, it's Fire Slayer. Starting in the 12th position tonight from Pensacola, Florida, driving the Gorilla Autosport #19 Toyota, it's Picola Gator. Starting in the 11th position tonight from Lexington, South Carolina, driving the Gorilla Autosport #20 Toyota, it's Mike G. Starting in the 10th position tonight, driving the Black Bear Racing #2 Ford from Oakland, California, it's Terrell DePhantom. Starting in the 9th position tonight, driving the Lost in the Sauce Motorsports #9 Chevrolet from Bullitt County, Georgia, it's Sauce. Starting in the 8th position tonight from Rome, Italy, driving the Gorilla Autosport #11 Toyota, it's Jojo. Starting in the 7th position tonight from Montoursville, Pennsylvania, driving the Gorilla Autosport #51 Toyota, it's JCR Clashin. Starting in the 6th position tonight, he is from Calgary, Alberta, Canada, driving the Rum Runners Racing #16 Chevrolet, it's Mills. Starting in the 5th position tonight from Wayne, Michigan, driving the Lost in the Sauce Motorsports #88 Chevrolet, it's RS Meatwagon. Starting in the 4th position tonight from Chicago, Illinois, driving the Black Bear Racing #12 Ford, it's Elite Precision. Starting in the 3rd position tonight from Toledo, Ohio, driving the Lost in the Sauce Motorsports #24, it's Private Patton. In the front row for tonight, in position #2 from Fayetteville, North Carolina, driving the Lost in the Sauce Motorsports #48 Chevrolet, it's Freedom Flyer. And on the pole for tonight's race from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, driving the Black Bear Racing #17 Ford, it's Cyogenic. So there is your pole and the rest of the starting lineup. Guys, thoughts?
I just want to say that was beautiful, Clay. You did such a great job.
So Cyogenic nets the pole.
No surprises at all there, buddy. That man's fast. That's a bad, bad man.
Waiting to see if we can join. I believe we can. Do any of you boys need an invite? Okay.
Also.
Okay.
BD, did you bring me my popcorn?
Patty, are you set? Do you need an invite? Okay, we'll load in here. I do have one more driver to get to. Cushion, pushing the driver out of South Dakota, will be our 16th entry into tonight's race. Making his first career cup start as well, right? Is that right, Beatty, or no?
No, he has 3 prior Cup starts.
Okay, so his 4th career Cup start in the number 43. So here we go. So it appears, I've got something weird going on my screen. The 17 is all by himself. Did he have a lag spike at the start? What happened? What's going on here, guys? Did any of y'all catch what happened?
No, I'm just now loading in.
Well, he's all by himself back here. I don't know if he missed the start or what happened there. Already crazy antics going on here.
That's Freedom Flyer in that 48 in the lead, followed right behind, or followed closely behind by Patton. Interesting start to this Cup race.
Let me see if I can get a stream up and see what might have happened here. So that 24 is going to look for the race lead here. 48 stuck on the outside lane. Let's see what happened with this 17.
I don't know if maybe he might have missed a shift or missed the start. That's
Oh man,
for the driver out with
something weird happened. It's like his steering wheel might have hooked to the left there, and he got in the grass and lost all kinds of room. There, Klein.
That's definitely out of character for the driver of that 17. So something had to have happened, whether it was with his controller or a wheel or just bad luck, something coming disconnected. That's not like him.
Well, some early demons for your pick there, Beatty. Cyogenic, your selection for the Cup race tonight.
Hey, I'll tell you one thing, boys. If there's a driver in the field that can make that distance back up and come back from this, it's that guy right there in that 17 car.
Yeah, he's not wrong.
You'd be correct about that.
As we see a lead, past Patton to the lead here coming out of turn 2.
We're going to go 3 wide for the race lead up there. Patton on the top, Elite Precision in the middle, and Xander, RS Meatwagon down there on the bottom lane. That's going to stack up to 51.
But
And then,
what, boys, I've
there you
been
go.
picking Meatwagon for weeks to win a race, and it just hasn't happened yet. But that man's win's coming. It's coming. It's coming soon.
I'll tell you who else is going to win a race here soon, and it's the driver of that number 11 Toyota. JoJo is the pick for myself, Sauce, and Butters tonight. So JoJo, a guy we're looking to keep our eyes on tonight here.
What's so impressive to me about JoJo, man, is that I got word from JoJo earlier today. I was in there talking to him, and he told me that this is the first time he's ever ran a league race at this track. So for him to be running up front, already this comfortable with the car, you know, first league start here with such a talented field, this is really impressive to me.
I gotta be honest, I think the 51 cars, that's who I'm picking here to win. That new team, finally in the car that he's been wanting for a really long time, and I don't know how it is on Slider Street, but I know in Custom Sim and it is pretty well. It's one of the better tracks, and they're absolutely phenomenal here. And I really know that the layout of the track is spectacular. As he's going to do right now on the inside of Xander.
It gets inside of Xander there. Xander might have tagged the apron there in 3 and 4. That allowed the 51 to get a move made there. How about this 20, Mike G, a guy who is in need of another good run. Looked as if he had a good run last week. Got the 48 in the wall back there. We're wrecking.
37 car just forced it 3 wide there, and Freedom got the bad end of the stick on that one.
Yes, he did, and heavy damage to the front end of that Litsum number 48 Chevrolet. And if the Xfinity race is any tell of what might happen, this 48 is in line for a second-place finish tonight, because the same thing happened to Hamilton in the Xfinity race, and he rallied back for a position 2 finish.
Hey, you're exactly right, man. I tell you what, the entire top 5 of that Xfinity finish, every one of us that finished in the top 5 all had a wreck at some point in this race. So that was The Xfinity race, man, it was night and day. It was interesting, man, for sure, throughout the stages.
At 51 goes to the lead there, Taddy.
Yeah, not this team though. That all of the gas team here doing really well as 11 that you talked about. That you're looking really excited to see Jojo. He's running up there. The 20 of Mike G. He's sitting there in third. So I think that just in general, you know, even Clashing being over there, maybe it's helping Mike G or Jojo. They've been consistently up front, but now they have a teammate that's working them up. I would see good things out of this, and they're showing right now that they're going to work well together this rest of the season.
And how about this one from the back of the field, already up inside the top 10, up to position number 6, the one of Derek Cope. He had a good run going in the Xfinity race and sped on pit road in his final stop.
Yeah, I actually think Cope, I know that they were a lot of guys up there still in the race put him in that pit stop. But I thought there for a little while, you know, I thought Cope was going to win that race. I thought he had the race-winning car. He was just biting his time back there, running around 4th and 5th. But this is one of his, if not his best oval. And he's showing that again here today in this stacked lobby right here, man. I mean, he's up here contending with the big dogs today, running up here in this Cup number 1 car right here.
I've noticed a couple lag spikes from the 24 of Patton, so anyone in that Lidsum chat is listening, let the 24 know he's lagging a little bit. Thank you. And I see Hamilton in the chat. He said he was chilling behind Beatty, then I think he got punched in the face by that glitch. Is that true, Beatty? Did you get punched in the face by a glitch?
In stage 2, bro, I don't know if y'all caught it on the broadcast. I was running 9th, and I just turned dead right into the wall, bro. The glitch got me.
Uh-oh. Well, something must have happened to that 11 as he's falling off the pack here and he's getting passed by the one of Cope. Did anyone catch what happened with that 11?
I can't tell what's going on, man. It looks like he's lost a bunch of speed or something's going on. Maybe they might have set that car up loose, man. That might be a short run car they set up here. But I hope not, because that, with the way the racing's going so far, it looks like this is going to be some long run racing here.
Well, Klein, I'll throw it over to you and ask, what's caught your attention right now?
Cope has for sure. I mean, I'm a huge fan of Cope. I was teammates with him last season at Blitzen for a brief period of time, and I love his videos. I love his energy. I love what he puts into the chat. It would be awesome just to see him get up there, get a top 5, maybe even contend for the win. And another person we talked about earlier, Mike G. I have so much respect for Mike G. He is the reason I am in this league. I run with him in other leagues. It'd be nice to see Mike get up there and get it done too. So those are the 2 drivers right now I'm keeping my eyes on. But definitely a lead too. You know, I can't not pull for a lead. A DVR driver. I'm hoping that he can get up there and possibly pull off another one as well.
Elite Precision, the points leader in this race. And while we're at it, let's go after these point standings here in the Cup Series just real quick. Elite Precision is your points leader. He leads by 97 points over Xander. Xander 120 above, Cyogenic 107 above, Sauce 87 above, JCR Clash and Freedom Flyer both 71 above. Those 6 have to feel pretty confident with where things stand for them. But after that, it's kind of crazy. Blakey T is in 7th, of course, no longer in the Cup Series, so he'll slide down. Cyber changing teams, 28 points above. P-Cola, 22 above. Patton, the guy in 10th, only 20 above. And the guy you just talked about there, Klein, Mike G, 20 points below. Fire Slayer, 32 below. After that, it's a bunch of guys that are quite a ways out of it. So there's a look at your point standings entering tonight.
Yeah, I'm not sure where to cap it off at. I'd say probably down to about 13th position in points. If you can keep being consistent and have some good runs, and if people above you miss, could possibly make the cutoff line. But other than that, from there on down, it's going to be a little difficult.
Well, you might want to skip out on that 13th place driver. Probably your dad, 61 points below the cut line, not in this race tonight, so he'll continue to fall.
Yep, that's definitely going to hurt him.
But the guy right there behind him, JoJo, in that 11, if he could pick up a win and or a podium or anything of that nature, as you continue to see that 11 slide back, but if the 11 can get a good finish here, he can fight his way back up into it. Taddy, what you got your eyes on?
Well, I'm seeing the one car from Pit Road right now. Really, I kind of like it. You know, stage one, this is what the driver's going to do. Kind of riding and stage, not make enemies. This makes for going racing here early in the race. 17 car, don't count him out. It's a stage racing, so even though he's way behind, and he's not going to go that down. In the stage, the 17 car, we'll be back in the pack. Really get a lot.
Noticing this one of Derek Cope already on pit road here, guys. Thoughts about that? Beatty?
I don't know, man. It's an interesting strategy call. I don't really know how many laps is in this first stage, but I think they've ran 10 to 15, so I'm sure they went far enough where this is in the window, but man, that's risky, buddy. You get a caution right here and you're hurt. I just think, I mean, it could pay off. He's gonna make some time up doing this, I think, with those pressure tires. But I just don't know how in the long run this is going to help him. It's going to be interesting to see.
Meanwhile, it's all to do up here for the battle for the lead. The 88 and 51 side by side. 51's going to pinch a little on corner exit, not enough to hurt that 88 that much, but here comes the 24, his teammate, coming back to the back bumper. And don't look now, folks, but the 12 of Elite Precision fighting his way back up to this pack. The 20's peeling off for pit road.
I'll tell y'all something about that number 22 car, or the 12 car, boys. Elite. He runs long run cars a lot. And I've noticed week after week he doesn't always fire off good. But once the run starts getting going, it's like he can just run these guys down, pick them off one at a time. It's just like he does it week by week. He reminds me of Kevin Harvick a lot in the way that he does his things.
Yeah, Beatty, you're right. Elite is one of those guys that is consistent every week. And he is the first person that would always lend somebody a helping hand when it comes to trying to figure out setups for the team. He's got something figured out on here that a lot of us, I'll admit, I don't have figured out.
And it's netted him the points lead here about midway through the season. At the 9 car of Sauce, jumping up to the top 5 with Mike G pitting, leading this second pack of cars. That includes the 2 of Terrell, the 37 of Cyber, the 19 of P. Cola, the 11 of JoJo. And then I got a question for you there, Beatty. You kind of worked on the all-time starts list for today. Is this the first Cup start for the 16 of Mills?
It is Mills' first Cup start. This is Mills' first season here. I know it's hard to believe, but it took him forever to come in here. Finally got him to come over. We've been trying to get him here for 3 years. We got him in here now, making his first Cup start. Bad Guy's making his first Cup start. So we got a couple of rookies in the field today.
Well, I mentioned it at the top of the broadcast about that 3 of Bad Guy, but Beatty, if you want to, since you've kind of spearheaded this this statistic, you can go ahead and let them know just the full rundown here on Bad Guy.
Well, Bad Guy, he's bounced around in all the other divisions. He's always, everything that we've put him in, as the 12 car gets ready to pit here, everything that we've put him in, he's always competed in. And he's always been kind of like how you embrace the underdog role for your guys, Clay. That's what I envision in that guy. He's never the best driver in the series, but he always finds a way to make the playoff and contend for a championship. And that's just the kind of guy that a team owner loves to have driving for a team. He's just, I don't know, man. I don't know how he finds a way to get it done, but he always finds a way to get it done.
Yeah, so this is what, his 59th career start or 58th career start?
This is start number 59. So next week in Xfinity, he'll be making start number 60.
Well, there you have it. We got a few cars pitting here. The one is the one coming back down pit road. Is that what I just saw? No, it's the 9, the 37, and 2, all coming in 3 wide down the pit lane.
They made some contact when they were pitting. I really hope that Sauce didn't get a speeding penalty there, but they made a little bit of contact into him. It's going to be interesting to see here if one of these guys didn't get busted for speed, but not always.
Airplane. Airplane a little bit there, Taddy. We'll catch back up with Taddy here in just a moment. Let me get a look and see if I can figure out who's leading this race right now. And it would be the 24 of Patton. So him and his teammate Xander there continue to run 1-2. All right, Taddy, try again. Nope, still quiet. All right, BD, what you got?
I'm looking at Cope here, and it looks like that early pit actually hurt him. He's come out probably, it looks like about a second, maybe 1.2 or 1.3 behind Elite here. Whereas when they started the pit, I believe he was right in front of Elite when he early pitted there. So this strategy has come back to bite him a little bit. It's not really helped him at all. And now he's going to be off the pace for the rest of the run of these guys on fresh tires.
The 24 is going to go ahead and pit, as is the 88. The Litzum teammates pitting together here. They go in side by side. And I don't have a race leader currently, so I can't tell you. Maybe the 19 of Picola might be the race leader.
I believe Picola is still on the track turning laps. I have not seen him pit.
Yeah, he's coming in this time by. I believe he is the race leader.
It looks like Mike G must have sped on pit road because he's lost a lot of track position. He's back there all by himself and not with those leaders anymore, so that's not good for him. He was having an excellent run up there with those guys and needing those stage points being right down below the cut line.
Well, the call for Patton is 2 tires and fuel. Same for Xander.
Oh, interesting. Picola has just now hit pit road, so this will complete the cycle right here.
Let's see. And it's the 88 and the 24 that are out in front of everyone. And P, I believe, is going to take 4 tires. There are going to be 7 laps to go this time by, as the 88 and 24 cross that start-finish line.
Yeah, them boys are gone, bro. This stage is going to be between them. I just don't think there's enough time for anybody to catch them. I could be wrong, though, but we'll see what happens here. They're definitely going to be off the pace quite a bit.
There's just no one behind them unless it's that 51. No. Excuse me. It's the 11 of JoJo.
And JoJo has to be on 2 tires as well to have made up that kind of track position.
Maybe the same can be said for the 16. The 16 and P4? Is that what I'm seeing?
That is a 16 car up here running solid right now. They got to be on that. They actually early pitted. They might be on 4 tires. They just really pitted early. And you're seeing the same thing that you're seeing out of Cope. They're just going backwards now. But the 16 has played this strategy better. They waited longer to pit, and it looks like they're going to come out on maybe the good end of the gaining a few positions at least.
Well, Klein, what do you make of these Litzum drivers taking 2 tires and fuel?
Oh, that is an interesting call. I wouldn't have seen that being one that would have been made this early, but it's working out for him right now. If JoJo did in fact take 2 tires, then it basically keeps them separated because they'd be running the same pace. I think it's going to, like BD said, it's going to be between these two for this first stage here.
I myself personally, I love this strategy call for JoJo. It looks like it's going to get him a 5th place finish in this stage 1 because I don't think anybody behind those top 4 is going to catch him with Mills being on the same strategy. He needs these points, man. He's got 4 races to make up 82 points. So he has to gain 21 points per race on average on that cut line. So I like him throwing this out there, throwing this at it. And Mike G and Picola are the guys that he's chasing. And it looks like neither one of them is going to get stage points. So he's about to chalk 5 points away right here off this strategy call.
Well, I can confirm as we near the end of stage 1 here that the 17 of Sayo somehow, someway on the first lap of the race hit the glitch.
Wow.
That glitch is nasty, boys. I'm telling you, I experienced it firsthand, and I was by myself. I wasn't in no draft, no pack. I was just by myself, and that thing just takes you straight to the wall, man.
So let's kind of take a peek at Joe. Go ahead, Taddy. Let's see if it's fixed.
How many laps to go?
How many laps to go? 2 to go at the line.
The 51 might catch them by the time this race is over. I'm sure he took 4 tires. And it's like he's about a second and a half back with 2 laps to go. If he can make
He's
up
flying.
They're going to be coming to the white flag here.
Oh, okay. I thought it was 2 this time out. So, all right, yeah. So, good call by the 88 and 24. 51 not going to be happy with them. I was saying earlier, you guys were talking about people fitting and back and back. The pass-through lead between the 88 and the 24, both cars moved up that 51, kind of banged them out of the way to get that P1 and P2. So, not saying there'll be retribution, but maybe watch that as we go on.
Understood, and here they come into 3 and 4 for the final time here in stage 1. It's the 88 of Xander, the 24 of Patton. Are they going to battle here? Here comes Patton to the outside of the 88, and off of 3 and 4, they're going to drag race to the line. But it's the 88 pulling off the stage 1 victory.
Boys, we got a whale of a battle back here for 10th. Picola and the 43 car door to door for that thing. The 43 is going to inch him out, though. Picola really needed that point right there.
A great finish there at the line between these two.
Man, I'd really like to know what happened to Mike G. I'm going to go over here and get some insight. Man, he almost went a lap down there. He messed up so bad. I'll be right back, boys.
So while Beatty goes to investigate, we're going to open up stage number 2. The 88 and 24 are going to lead us back to the green flag. I was trying to look for something, and I was trying to remember what it was, and then I remembered what it was. That is the 3rd stage win of the season for that 88. Well, Klein, what's your thoughts here as we open up stage 2?
My thoughts are that it will be interesting to see who else might try 2-tire strategies later on here in this race. I'm also anxious to see how Sayo does in this second stage without hitting any type of glitch. If he can stay away from it, it'll be interesting to see if he works his way up through the field here and battles his leaders.
Now here's something I'll note. Stage 2, 2 laps shorter than stage number 1. Stage 1, 39 laps. Stage 2, 37 laps.
Definitely play into some guys' strategies for sure. I don't know. I know there's probably a good bit of them out there that are good at saving fuel or managing tires. Maybe a couple of them can play into their favor and try to get as many stage points as possible.
Of course, you're watching the Cobra E-Racing Cup Series here from the Kentucky Speedway. I'm your host, broadcaster Clay, delighted to bring you the action here tonight, and my co-hosts and in-race analysts here. Well, not in-race, they're not all racing, but they're all here up here with me. I've got GTR Taddy, I've got Kleinboy, and then you've heard in and out from GTR Beatty a little bit here. He'll be back here in just a moment, going to do some investigating for us. We hope you're enjoying the action you're watching. As you see a battle going on for second spot there. Clash and looking for P2 on Patton.
He's going to get it too and clear him coming off the 2. And it looks like JoJo's going to try to follow him.
The Gorilla Autosport guys going after it here. A classic Litsum versus Gorilla Autosport battle here. The 51 and the 11 for Gorilla Autosport. The 88 and 24 for Litsum.
9 of Sauce is right there too.
There you go. Here comes the 51 looking to the outside of Meat Wagon for the lead. And it's Sauce working to the inside of Patton for 4th.
Sauce in that number 9 Mountain Dew Chevy. He's trying to turn this into his own little spectacle. There, I got my one Sauce.
There you go.
For the night.
Well, there you go. He'll love that. As Clashin leads that lap over Xander. That 51 making that outside lane work. We didn't really see much of that in the Xfinity race. Good work by Clashin. But he gets a little tight to the door of that 88. Maybe slight contact there, and that compromised the 51 just enough to lose him some spots. And now here comes the 2 of Terrell jumping to the bottom of the racetrack underneath this 51. Where has the 2 come from?
Where has the 2 come from, and where has the 24 gone? Patton has fallen to the back of this lead pack.
Beatty, we can't hear you. We can like barely hear you. If you're talking.
Alright, now they should be able to hear me now.
Well, now they can hear you.
I wasn't connected into you yet. So this has been a really aggressive start to this stage. These guys are not being nice with each other at all, man.
Whoa, Terrell tries to jump
Terrell.
3 wide on JoJo. Oh my goodness.
Look at him. Oh.
I think he's going to be
It looks like
grateful
that
he
glitch
didn't
got a
do
hold
that.
of it.
Did the glitch get him?
I think, man, on my screen right there, it's like it just got him and took him down to the bottom. Oh, these guys are getting aggressive.
Oh, they're
It's
getting aggressive. Here they
boys. Here
go.
we go. Look at Patton with the move. He's going to get 3 guys right here off that move.
This is stage 2, right, guys? We didn't jump into the final stage with like 3 laps to go here because this is intense.
Yeah, these guys are racing. Oh, look at Meatwagon's loving this, man. He's just pulling away from the whole pack while they're doing this.
He's looking in the rear view going, see you later, guys. Just keep it up.
Oh,
The 11 punched the 51.
Be 3 wide right here. Oh, Patton thinks, oh, they make contact there with Terrell.
And look at the 43
Oh,
coming up
yeah.
on the outside. The 43 of Cushion pushing, jumping in.
So we've seen the 19 and the 43 last stage ending up side by side battling for 2. And I think those 2 are the biggest benefit for this hard racing. The 17's pulling off right now at pit road, but the 19, 14 both picked up a lot of position.
What is going on with the 17 of Cyogenic? An early pit here as well.
He's trying to get in some track position with the strategy, I believe. Look at the 12. He's lost track position, and he can't get it. Oh, they make contact hard back there. That 12 car is really struggling after he got out of that lead pack there, man. He's back here in the back, and he just can't seem to make a pass. So it's interesting to see that car struggle. So used to be being up front and dominate.
I think, 48.
48's in the wall.
Yeah, 1 car involved. They're all recovered to the safe. I think to answer your question, because do you know at the end of last stage how many cars were lap down? The 17 that were off the track were lap down. There were 2 tires stopped during the stage. There was others who made that lap down. 17 and waiting down to the track.
I don't believe he was a lap down.
Okay. But that's the only thing that really fit in the pit. In fact, you know, you need to let the dog or wait around something in the pit when the stage. Get there a couple laps in the pit.
Well, here we go. And we got a 4-car break. Well, can I really say 4-car breakaway? I don't know if I can. I was about to say a 4-car breakaway here, but really it's the 88 who's long gone. And then you got a pack of 4, maybe 5, and if you want to count everyone else, you can count everyone else. But the battle's about to heat up for position 2. Sauce is going after JoJo.
Yeah, I think Pico is going to catch that group. The 48 and the 9 are battling pretty good. The 2 doesn't seem to have the same speed the 19 does, but I think the 19 still has 51 drafts, so expect that to be a 5-car back there. Sauce, not surprised to see him trying to get by the 11. We talked about the gas cars being 1, 2, 3 earlier. If the 9 can get onto that 11, then Wilson has a chance of being winning 1, 2, and 3 here. If him and the 24 can get by that 11 machine.
Don't look now, that 51's there too. Man, the 51 jumps out of line and hits the wall hard.
Oh, I'm not sure what happened right there.
Did he hit the butter? It looked like he hit the butter and it just shot to the right there in the exit of 1 and 2. He's going to fall way back here.
Yeah, we talked about
that hurts.
Yeah, we talked about it in the Xfinity race play that if you get below that yellow line at all, it can make you really loose and try spinning out. The 51 car, I know for a fact that he always runs a lot looser setups, loosest quick in racing, right? So if he catches the butter, probably overcorrected, and that's what shot him up into that outside wall. A lot of work to do for that 51 machine.
Oh, another car's... hit the apron there, at least the 11 of JoJo.
I believe
Looks
he
like
was
the...
pit signaling.
Is he pit signaling?
He was not.
He was
really
not.
loose right there. Interesting. I thought he was signaling the pit. That's how loose he was right there.
And there goes the Litzum 1, 2, 3 for now.
Oh, to make a contact. Oh, Terrell's going to come back up. Oh, man, I don't know how they're not wrecking right
He
there.
tags the 48, but great work by the 48 of Freedom Flyer to keep it out of the wall. He's going to get tied up the racetrack now.
That's twice now we've seen the T-Car do that. You guys talked about maybe it was the Ghost of Cotton and that was starting to that through. I'm not sure, but looking back on it, I seen that he's actually getting loose on when he's going down onto the apron a little bit. So I don't know if he's going to feedback too high, but something to miss on that T-Car when his car goes from the track to the apron.
So,
Yeah,
Chase,
what again right there.
Chase, what did we find out on Mike G? What happened there?
Mike G did indeed speed on pit road.
Oh, man. The 48 goes and moves the 2 back. And the 2 comes down into the 12. Oh, goodness, that was almost calamity for Black Bear.
Oh, man. Oh, the 2's going back after him, buddy. Oh, the 2.
He's fired up.
There. Here comes that 43 car.
Big shout out to that 12 and Luke this season. Beginning of the stage, we see him in the very back of the pack. And now we see him just a couple car lengths back from
Whoa, we might have a wreck here. The 2 gets into the 48. The 48 gets into the 12. They're all up the racetrack here.
I didn't expect to see that. The 2 being buddies with Elite, Terrell and Phantom, or Terrell and Elite are pretty good buddies actually outside of just this game. So wasn't expecting to see the 2 do something that might hurt the luck there.
Here comes the 11 for pit road.
2 car also pit with him here. Oh, the 2 wrecks coming into pit road. He's got some damage there now for sure.
Yes, he does. Heavy damage to that front of the number 2 Black Bear Racing Ford.
Yeah, I don't know if the 2 was intentionally pitting there. After the contact with Elite, his left sides were on the apron all the way to his pit. I think he actually just spun about this down there.
I think you're right, Taddy. I seen that car was down there on that apron, man, and it just turned left on him, and I think he just turned it into a pit stop real quick.
Yeah, and he didn't slow down at all either, right? Like, that car was flying down there, so I don't think that he's
I'm almost 100% sure he made some contact there with JoJo, too, and they're coming out together, so if the 2 cars sped, that means the 11 sped out of that, too.
That was pretty quick. I don't think that either one sped. They didn't contact.
Yeah, I don't think either sped.
That's a very good job there. Very good job not to speed under those circumstances.
When you hit the wall, though, it really helps you slow your car down, right? So if you start braking going and it gets the wall, that'll drop 20, 30 miles an hour pretty quick.
Klein, what do you make of what you're seeing right now?
It's interesting to see that the 2 and the 12 were racing each other as hard as they were there. I know they are, good buddies, as it was said outside of this, but it looked like the 2 there may have got a little frustrated even after the 12. And definitely got hooked and spun down pit road. That was not voluntary at all. He had no choice but to go down there and fix whatever issues he had going on after he hit the wall.
Well, we've got a Litzum 1, 2, 3 up here. Look at this run down the front stretch for the 9 of Sauce up to the back bumper of the 24. You know that 9 of Sauce is thrilled with what his team's done right now. You see 37 of Fire Slayer coming on off of pit road after his pit stop. Looks like the 88 might be pitting this time by. Or maybe he's saving fuel.
They're fast. They got pieces this week. They brought some good pieces.
And let's recall, Patton has not won in the Cup Series yet. Sauce has not won a race yet this year. And Xander winless in the Cobra E-Racing Series, period.
I don't think Sauce has ever won a race.
Has he not?
I think he has 1 Truck Series win in the original season at Daytona. I think it's his only win in Cobra.
I don't know about that.
I know he's never won a Cup race for sure. He's only made... Sauce is winless in Cup. I got the stats right here, boys. I'll pull them up.
No, I mean that's news to me, right? Like that's crazy.
That's interesting, ain't it? Like that's a stat. Like it's unbelievable. People don't.
Sauce was 1 corner from winning at Kansas last year.
Yeah, I mean he's come close so many times.
Cobra Racing has improved Sauce's abilities 100%. When I first met Sauce, he was a big pet guy with this. When I was on the track with him, I just felt every time like he's easy to beat, right? Now, I struggle whenever I'm on the track with him. I struggle when keep up with a lot of these tracks. So, Sauce being racing with the competitors here at Cobra, outside of everyone this year, they're really good with racing. They usually come on the top slider drivers in the game. So, great to see RP Racing gets the likes of that.
Yeah, and he's jumped
You're
himself up
exactly
in the
right,
points
man.
as well. This has been a great year for Sauce. To think about this, guys, I don't know if y'all have thought about this, but Sauce didn't make the playoffs last year.
Sauce, that's another thing that I've got here is Sauce has he's ran Cup full time every season. He's yet to make the playoffs, and now we have this stacked field this season. He's up there running with the big dogs and is soundly in. So that just shows how much effort he's put into getting better and how much better he has gotten on the track.
It really shows how much of a student of the game. Okay, so in the Hall of Fame voting, or the Hall of Fame points that we have here, Cobra, Sauce is Hall of Fame status as a captain, right? 120 is team captain, as you know what I mean, as a team. So the guy knows what he's doing when he drafts people. And second to none, that means he has one of the best people on his team every season, and he's listening to them. When they get a suggestion on fire or a setup, he's listening to them, taking in and absorbing all that information. It's really strong when he gets out on the track. Consistency.
See the 19 of Picola down there on pit road. That's another Cobra Hall of Famer.
And let's be clear, right now we're running 1, 2, 3, 4, but it's a 48 car now in fourth place there.
So those guys are playing the weight strategy. They're going to run this thing dry. A lot of other people have already made their way to pit road. So,
with how fast 16 mils is right now, I'm saying he's already put up the tires and put up. And I honestly, I think 48 Freedom would be up there looking for in their draft, except for that issue that was happening at the league. Freedom is also pretty good. And if you look at this looking team with Private Matt and Xander, both are some big names, big heavy hitters in this league. And it's got to be expected to see them run 1, 2, 3, 4.
Well, there's 10 laps to go. They're going to be coming to 9 to go at the line. We'll see if they can make it to the end of this stage.
well, if they can't, we know why they ran this thing dry now. These boys are going to come in and take no tires and just take a splash of fuel, and it's probably going to pay off for them. So this is probably your race for the stage right here between these guys.
I'm expecting 2 tires probably. This track's a little rough on the tires. You can make a full fuel run, but you won't have 10 15% left at the end. So I expect still 2 tires, but they proved last stage that it's a successful move for them to do. And it's hard to beat somebody. Even if you pit early, you gotta pit 10, 15 laps before to take 4 tires and overcompensate.
That's true. I expect to see him on pit road. You gotta savor like Picola in the field. If he isn't saving the fuel to make it, I just don't see anybody else making it.
They're going to have to pit. They can't make it.
Yeah,
They're 5 laps short.
Big shout out to the 16 and 4 females. He's now worked around the 48 and the 9 club. He's all your top 4. He's got fresh tires. He's working around the leaders, and he's letting them do their thing. He's going around them on the outside, or if they get in the bottom, he's going to go through. So shout out to him on his first race here in the Cup Series with these guys.
88 to pit road.
Yeah, he's seen the 88 pitting, and he drifted up on exit, almost cost himself some time there. So good job, Bills.
And how about this 48 of Freedom Flyer? I mentioned it when he wrecked early in the race that another Lithium driver wrecked early in the race and fought back for a P2 Freedom Flyer up to P4 already.
He's done a great job recovering, that's for sure. Look at this pit entry. Look how much time he just gained right there on that pit entry.
88 exiting now.
I've noticed some changes to that 48 in just his driving style. He has gotten a lot more aggressive here in the last 2 or 3 weeks. Kind of taking it easy, kind of letting some guys bully him around. He's not putting up with it tonight. Good work by the 48 of Freedom Flyer. We've been waiting to see this, guys. See the 48 make some more aggressive moves for his part, because we know how fast that 48 can be.
So the 48 has me intrigued here at the end of this run. We're talking about maybe someone doing no tires. We've seen the contact with him in the 2 of Terrell earlier. If there was damage to that front end where his pedal was a little tight, it may actually save him on tire wear if he's not burning that right rear so that he might actually be able to do it with tire stop and also come out with a safety. But he doesn't as he comes out here with Sauce behind him. So 2 tires for all the Hendrick cars.
Boys,
yeah,
I want
including
you to
that
look at
88.
who's running third place now after that pit cycle. Look who's up here in third place after this all cycled through.
Yeah, we talked about how crazy that move was. We're getting pit in 5, 6 laps in, right? He's only 5 laps short, so him running 5 laps in, he's actually able to go and get fresh tires and run this whole stage while these guys were about, losing 2-3 tenths, he was able to run that 2-3 tenths fast the whole stage now. So he moved there about 17. And I talked about it. There's one car that can make it up coming from that carnage in stage 1. It is that 17. And restarting in P3, 4.2 here for 17. Great move by Sidek.
And he's actually got speed on the 24 here. As I believe the 24 and 88 didn't take tires there, so they're on equal tires, and that 17 car's got some speed. He might come up here and win this stage, man. I mean, this is incredible. I've never seen anything like this before. What a strategy call. Look at how much faster he is through the turn.
4 laps to go here. They're going to be coming to 3 to go at the line.
Yeah, Chase, you nailed it on the head. They may have done no tires, but if they did 2 tires like we were seeing away from them, like these cars, the 88 they're not handling really like they were the last. Like, the car's so much looser, even with the average and stuff. So 88-24 trying to hold on to their car, and the 17 just kept great handling like that. And I think he's going to get that, at least the 24 to finish P2 here.
3 to go here in stage number 2. It's the 88 of Xander RS Meatwagon. He's out in front. The 24 Private Patton in P2. You see 17 of Cyogenic here. He's in P3 on a great strategy call. And then it's all to do for 4th, 5th, and 6th between Sauce, Freedom Flyer, and P-Cola in P6.
That's big, much needed points for P-Cola there if he can hang on to those positions.
2 to go.
Really needing those points.
Here they come off of turn number 4. They're going to see 1 lap to go here at the line.
Ooh, looks like maybe Sile got lag spike or something right there. Something
Yeah, the 24's been lagging tonight. This is the 2nd or 3rd time I've seen him lag.
Interesting for sure. Not used to seeing that. Boy, the battle for 4th heating up here. The 19's going under the 9. Freedom's about to go 3 wide. P-Cola blocks. Freedom hits him a little bit. P-Cola uses it. They're going to make contact here with Salt. This race for 4th's wild, boys.
It's going to be Xander winning the stage. Patton's going to come home 2nd. 3rd belong to Cyogenic. And at the line, P-Cola.
P-Cola got him, I think. Oh, man, that was close. Boy, that was huge for P-Cola. He really needed those points right there.
P-Cola 4th and Freedom Flyer in 5th. It'll be Sauce, I believe, in P6. P7 will belong to Elite Precision as I wait for the remainder of the results. P8 is Cushion pushing. P9, JCR Clash, and P10 is Derek Cope.
Cushion's done a great job in this fill-in ride today. He's done a wonderful job. A lot of people thought he wouldn't compete. We haven't seen him running forever, so nobody knew what to expect. But, I mean, he has to be exceeding expectations. He's running really well in that 43 car.
Well, Klein, I'll throw it over to you. Ask what your thoughts were on the end of that stage. How about that call for Cyogenic?
That call worked out great for him, and like everybody else said earlier, if there is one guy that is going to be able to pull something off like that, it's that 17 car of Cyogenic, and I can't wait to see what he pulls off in this final stage, and I hope the racing is just as intense as it was in that 2nd stage.
And guess what? That 17 is here on this restart. He restarts 3rd as we open up the 3rd stage. And I have to wonder just how confused that Litsom camp is that Cyogenic was able to get up to 3rd there.
Hey, I'll tell you what, boys, they're worried now because this guy's had to come through the field basically twice. And he's proved that he can do it. Now he's here, so what are you going to do with him?
Not too far behind Sayo is Elite. Elite's trying to work his way back up there towards the front of this pack.
So looking at our, I want to talk to our strategist that's in here, and Taddy, I want to know, with Sayo now in this battle, what does the mindset now become for the 88 and the 24?
I got to take that from Sayo. A couple of other people right now that we have the last stage, 88, 24, I hit 2 weeks ago, kind of sauce in 3rd, so I feel We have Cybernetic, we have Elite, and we have now the 19 car and the 50 back. So it's not this team. If it's me, you gotta do what you're doing right now. Use the 9 car on these guys up. As we saw some really up here, but not that picked up. It's actually concerns though, if you're the 88 car, you push up the 5 car. So they're doing that and you can't spot that before life comes in. Yeah, I mean, you just got to stick to your guns right now. Or you'll be advantage. Stick to where you are. You got to get inside the I think that is one of the best in the game.
Oh, we almost wrecked there on the front stretch. The 51 and the 43 very nearly wrecked. And how about this? This 43. Beatty, how about this 43?
That 43 car is really impressing me, man. We've talked about it a couple times already tonight, but he just, I don't know, man. And he's running with the front pack now, so if he can hang around in there and be on the right strategy all near at the end, he'll have a shot to win this thing. In his first Cup start in 2 seasons. But it's going to be hard, man, because these guys, what they've done is let all the Hendrick guys get to the front, and it's going to be really hard to disperse those guys now because, I mean, it's like a 4-on-1, 4-on-2 situation here because you got a bunch of members of other teams up there with like one guy, and you got a full Hendrick team up there at the front, so this is about to be interesting.
You said that as the 48 in terms of the team got into the race with 9 cars, so 40-51 were able to get by 9. And just like you said, you only have one member of your team up there, so right now it's separated. The Hendricks a little bit, it's 3, 2, and then 1. But right now those two need to have good teammates. If the 12 goes from if one's not, we're going to send the guys that can do it. So have that on my head.
Oh no! Freedom just absolutely accidentally sent the 24 there, and now the 12 has gotten under Freedom, and that's going to really hurt the Hendrick camp right here. Those guys are going to go backwards, man, off that mistake.
The 88 remains out in front, but a move by the 48 has the 24 in jeopardy now, side by side with his owner of Sauce.
That's actually 9 in the one of the things about Freedom, we talked about how it's not taking any traffic and kind of going the problem with that he is notorious for being able to dive into the corner and the problem with that is other people out there forward and he doesn't see that. He just sees that Freedom, he's still looking for a top 5 and wants to be shown him but also the impact
Look here now, boys. The 12 of Elite Precision has found his way to the front. He dives to the bottom of the racetrack, and he's going to take the lead away from the 88.
Power move there by the 12 car. He's been laying the weight all race, and now his opportunity has arisen, and he has taken it.
The 88 fights back on the outside. He's not going to be able to hold it, though. That 51's now going to make a move to the bottom of the racetrack.
What an exciting section right there. We were just 2 racing 4 rows deep for the lead all the way back to 8. I mean, these guys, they're on show right now. And Rick will play center. Never Hendricks have to get racing and try to get the back to the race. So Flashy, he doesn't want to sit in 7. He's going to try to make the great race up here by the first lead back.
Oh, look at this move by the 17 car.
He's going to put him 4 wide off of 2. The 19's around, 48's around, and we're wrecking.
That was a powerhouse move by 17, but definitely had repercussions that followed afterwards.
That move just ruined Pete Kohler right there.
Got ruined the 48 as well. He's lost a lot of ground now.
Pete Kohler is not going to be happy about that one.
I gotta be honest, I don't like that move. If it's through straightaway or on the exit of the corner, that's one thing, but you kind of do it mid-corner and the guys are already committed, already moving the line. You don't really had time to adjust and lift and get out of that situation. So I think he put the whole field in that list. And it cost you the drivers there. I mean, advanced for him, 17 advancing, but unfortunately, he called him all the way up there and
That just killed Piccolo's day without some kind of merit precaution. We took a lot of guys out of this too. Now we got a 7-car breakaway, and the 9 and the 43 messing around back here might lose this draft. So that took a lot of contenders out of it. I mean, just an interesting move for sure. I just don't quite understand that move. That was a little bit of an aggressive move there. Actually, it was a pretty big aggressive move, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, if you're putting it through wide, you know, I feel like, okay, good move. You guys lifting up at the bottom of the four wide and more of turns 1 and 2, which is a really rough corner. We talked about that's the one we kind of got high that low. He's not really a big fan of that move, but Cygenic's sitting here in fifth, looking to get a victory at all costs with a teammate up there in the 12. The only driver without a teammate in the top 5 now is that 15 in the platform, so looking to. So we kind of broke up the repack, barring another caution here. Dennis Klein, who you got guys on as your race winner right now so far?
Well, I still like Meatwagon, bro. I know he's running in third and all his teammates are gone now, outside of Patton hanging on to the draft, but he's, in my opinion, he's been the best car all about tonight. And I just think when the time comes that he has the right strategy under the belt tonight, and I think he's going to pull it off.
All right, so you got Meatwagon for Klein over you, Chase. You got Chase?
No, that was me. I picked Meatwagon.
Oh, okay, my bad. What did you play?
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like Cygenic's here now, and it's going to be hard for him to for him to lose this race. The 12 is also going to be strong. I think this is the 17's race to lose at this point. You see the 51 on the wall there, but I'm going to go with the 17 of Cygenic.
Yeah, a little different than Chase. This is the 88 from the best car out there. We've seen the 88 up front all day. I don't know if he's done the best car. 17, using strategy, XP, and things like that. 12, 51, they both went to the rear. I think those three have been the best car over the lifting drivers. So my eyes obviously are on Clapton, but right now you can't set the 9 driver. 12 car is also your points leader, and he's in points. It's going to be hard. 17 to go to what you could play. I think that move that he made is going to have the other 4 drivers on the edge. Kind of be concerned if he makes a move. As a driver in the field, you don't like seeing anybody make that move, right? And he's not going to have to from, so he's going to have to do it all by his own off speed.
Well, he will have a teammate to work with up here with elite precision, but these other 3 drivers are going to be quite wary of this 17 having seen that move.
I'm going to tell you something else about the 17 that I noticed. I noticed at the start of the stage, he restarted in 3rd place, but he fell all the way back to the 10th position there. I think he fell back and saved his tires for the first 6 or 7 laps of that run, just hanging on to the tail end of the draft.
Here they go again into 1 and 2. Here comes the run from the 88 of RS Meatwagon, going to drive to the inside of the 12. What does the 17 do? Who does he go with? His teammate or the bottom lane? He's going to choose that bottom lane.
This is interesting here. It's every man for themselves right now. We got to be getting low on the lap count.
No, we still have about 33, 34 to go.
Okay, so we're coming up on the money stop in this. I'm not sure, man. This is going to be interesting. There's still a lot of interesting things that can happen in this race right here.
Klein, what you got your eyes on?
Oh, the 17 with another move right here.
Oh, here he goes.
Wide. He gives it back to the 88, but the 12's the big loser there. He's going to lose the lead and fall all the way down to 3rd place.
Yeah, we talked about the 17 and having teammates and we looked at it there. He tried making it 88, actually cost his teammate 12, and he was like 3rd. I was noticing though, the last 2 or 3 laps, 17 seems to be able to do something in 3 and 4, but I'm seeing the drivers. He actually put the left side on the apron. I don't know if maybe he's trying to use that weakness to actually give him more speed. Of course, let's do it here, but he gets lost in the 17 and the 12 kind of go from the 3rd left.
Klein, what you got your eyes on?
Just Sayo and Elite here, seeing what they're doing, watching how they're entering into each corner. I'm definitely still curious to hear about the move that he did. That was, the 4 wide move coming out too. That would be Sayo. I'm just not too sure about that move. I'm sure there might be a few people upset here later on about that. Definitely paying attention to what Taddy was saying. There are times when you see that the 17 is getting down on the apron, and kind of using that to help the car turn a little bit, rotate a little bit better from the center. But I'm not ruling Patton out. I mean, Patton's right there. He, he got shoved up by the 48 there earlier, and he was able to maintain and catch back up. It's just, I can't tell you whose race I think this is.
Don't look now, boys, but this little 3-car pack behind these guys running 6th, 7th, and 8th, and 9, the 43, and the 37 are slowly closing in on this lead 5. These guys are coming. If it continues on like it is, they'll be there in a few laps.
Here comes the 17 looking to the inside of the 88. He's going to move him up the racetrack a little bit there. And the 17 will have the lead into 1.
The 17's on it right now. He is not showing any mercy to anybody. He's out there trying to get the win. But to what cost? Who's going to be,
And the 88 gives it right back to him.
Yep, the 88 gives it right back. There's the cost part of it. You never know what move you're going to do to a guy that's just going to go and do the same move to you seconds later.
I'll tell you what, though, that really hurt the 88. Now here comes the 12. 17 gets the wall on corner entry. The 88 really has to check up there. He does a good job of it.
See, the 88's fortunate there. He's got his teammate with 24 right behind him there. That really helped the 88 there, having a teammate right behind him. And a guy as intelligent as Clashin there. Look at Clashin, he's just maintaining the gap. He sees these guys racing hard. He's being really smart about this. Just kind of keeping the gap where he can make a maneuver if he has to, if these guys start wrecking.
You guys have talked about pushing a lot. All this racing going on to the top 5. We have the 9, 37 cars there, and the 43 are pushing right here, trying to get to the top 5 and make it an 8 car race.
Those guys have been running them down over the last 10 laps here. They've been slow. Man, I mean, these leaders are battling, bro. It's going to allow those guys to get back in. They've probably made up 2 seconds over the last 10 laps, and about another second and a half, and they're there.
Here goes the 12 for the race lead on the 17.
The 43 wreck's the ones involved in it. Big wreck back here. Picola involved again. Big 3-car wreck.
That'll bring the caution out.
Caution is out, boys.
Down.
Oh, no, the caution is not out.
Wow.
No caution?
No caution for that massive crash back there.
Barrel rolling on my screen.
And I see our first DNF out of the race is the 20 of Mike G.
Oh, that's tough.
Sitting right below the cut line. The good news for him is his team owner Picola is the driver in 10th spot above him, and he is having an equally bad day as well. So this is what JoJo needed to see. This is going to bring him closer to the fight. The problem is all 3 of those guys drive for the same team, so you're battling your brothers here for this.
And boy,
the drivers that really hurts is the 9 and the 37 are neck on the ground. The top 5 are singled out, and these guys no longer have a 3-car pack, so it's going to be a lot more work for Sauce and cars.
Well, now I'm noticing this 17 here in position 4, and I'm wondering if someone got tired of him and moved him.
I want to make something else while I'm on the point standpoint. The 9th place driver in Point Cyber, he actually didn't even race tonight, so there's a lot of turmoil going on around that cut line tonight.
Well, Patton is the guy that's in 10th currently.
Okay, so Patton's looking good then. So Cyber is. So Picola's 9th and Cyber is 8th. My bad.
But now we've seen the Litsum guys break up the Black Bear Racing guys here, splitting the gap. But Taddy, that 51 of Clashin has fallen off of these guys a little bit.
Yeah, he was starting to lose the draft. I think he was overdriving with hard to get caught back up. I just seen his wall up you can see there. So I think you can basically knock him out. I've actually seen most of the race. Him and Identic on pit road now, so that maybe helped him. But 51 Clashin seems to have a really fast car for about the first 3 quarters of the run. That last 45% of the run, though, seems to fall off and get really tight. I'm not sure what's going on with Clashin. But with these pit stops coming around, it's like sitting back there.
And I want to bring out, Clashin had a really good pin in through right there. He got all the way to the back bumper of the 17 from being about a second back right there. So that's huge right there. If he gets a good pit stop here, he'll come out right there with the 17.
So the 88 and the 12 are now going to pit together, the 9 and the 37 as well, and the 24 of Patton stays out on the racetrack.
Interesting call here by Patton. That means he's going to try. He wants to have the fresher tires in this group. But the problem is this can end up costing him the draft if he's not careful.
I am hearing in the chat that they cannot hear you, Taddy.
Can you hear me? Okay.
They cannot hear you. Now here comes the 24 of Patton into pit road, and he's going to take it easy. He's in. As he pits with 20 laps to go.
Oh man, these guys are coming off pit road. Sauce looks like what was a terrible pit stop, but Fire Slayer is he's gonna narrow that gap a lot. He's not that far behind these guys now. He made up a lot of ground on him there.
Boy, Cyogenic pitted before Xander and Elite, but he's not going to come out in front of them. Clashin isn't either. Where does Patton come out in all this? Here he comes. He's going to come off of 1 and 2 right now. He's losing a lot of time. He'll have the freshest tires.
Now my interest is he going to be able to drag, because I think Slayer and Sauce might get to his draft, will he be able to drag those two with him up there?
Don't forget JoJo. JoJo's out there in front of Sauce.
Oh, JoJo is up there. Interesting. JoJo's brought his way back into it, and he was not even a factor. So this has gotten interesting now.
You know what? Patton might have lost some time to this pack of 5, but he didn't lose a lot. He's still back there. No. He is not out of this. He'll be the fastest car on the track.
And he's got this fresh look at the 12 making a move on the 88. And these guys racing like this right here, man, is what these guys behind them want to see. Get them back in the race.
Xander looking for his first win. Elite Precision looking for his 4th win of the season, I think. Let me look at the numbers again. Let me double check myself. Believe what would be his 4th win. Cyogenic also looking for his 4th win. JCR Clashin looking for his 2nd. And of course Xander looking for his 1st.
I'm telling you right now, boys, Meat Wagon's hungry. He's not going to go down without a fight here.
The 17 kind of moves him up the track ever so slightly. That's going to really hurt this 88.
See, Clashin, he's been a little aggressive here. He wants to get around that 17 car. Clashin knows he has to go now. He's got that short run car set up. He has to go now if he's going to do anything with these front 2 cars.
But Patton is slowly reeling them in here. Klein, what's your thoughts right now?
If the front 4 keep racing the way they do, it's going to help Patton just get right back up to their back bumpers. I think it's only a matter of time before Patton gets there and he has the freshest tires of them all.
Patton's a hungry man too. Patton has been due a cup win. He just hasn't been able to get it done yet. We all know how badly he wants to get this win. And with how good of a night he's having been on that cut line, this is huge for him. But you're all right. He's getting ready to slip that draft. Once he does, he'll be there in a heartbeat.
And that would be music to the ears of the 88 of Xander. And maybe even music. Here comes Clash, and he's going to jump to the inside of Cyogenic here. And that's music to the ears of the 12.
So will follow him now. The 88 looks, he's going to be patient here. He's going to try to push that 51 back to the 12 here. The 88 and the 51 are going to have to be allies here until Patton at least gets up there to help the 88. Because the 17 and the 12, man, these guys are at a disadvantage against those guys. And I know you don't like forming an alliance with other guys here, but if I'm the 88 and 51, I'm working together here to try to disperse these other guys and then settle it among ourselves.
Yeah,
Man, the 12.
Go ahead, Clay.
Man, that 12 got really tight there off of turn 2, almost tagged the wall. That's going to bring the 51 and 88 back to him.
The 12 just isn't good on these short runs. All three of these other guys up here are better than the 12 on the short run. The 12's just so good on the long run that he's going to be, if they don't get around him, he's going to be hard to beat because he will string them along once this run gets longer. But under the short run, the 88 and the 51 have been the two better cars. But the 14 and the 12 were so good on the long run.
Yeah, back to what Chase did say, that 51 and that 88, they are going to have to do something to try to work together around this 12. Because even though the 12 is sitting in first place and the 17 of Sayo is sitting in fourth, I guarantee you the two of them are working together somehow just to keep those two cars at bay. If one of them starts to make a move on the 12, I'm sure the 17 would do something to try to, not so much slow the momentum down, but just try to make that pass a little bit harder, even if it just means racing them for a position from either beside them or behind them. It's just going to try to slow them down.
This has been some excellent racing tonight, as always. Ooh, the 88, he might be going to the outside of the 51 here.
That might be to his detriment. Here comes the 17. He's going to work back to the inside of the 88.
This actually might help the 88 because he's going to fall down behind the 17. They're going to lose a little bit of ground here. But that should allow Patton to finally catch the tail end of this draft right here.
There's going to be 10 laps to go here this time by as they cross the line. It's the one of Derek Cope, gonna go a lap down here. We'll see how he handles this race group as he's gonna dive it to the apron, give them plenty of room. Great work, he spins himself in the process, but I believe it'll just be a one-car spin. That should not bring the yellow out. Game, don't bring a yellow out for that. Thank you.
Cope's a class act, man. Class act.
Maybe the allies are where you find them here, folks. Now it's the 88 and 17 that might have to work together to get up here because Patton simply can't catch up to them.
I'm telling you, boys, that 17 car is laying back on purpose trying to save them tires, pull them tires down so they can make a run here at the end of this race. '88 car just looks too tight in the long run. He lost a lot of time right there in that corner, just like his car wouldn't turn for him.
The 17 car looks like coming off the board, he gets off the corners a little bit better than the shoe cars in front of him. He gets a huge run, but 51 Flashing is always right there just to kind of put a stop to it.
And he's going to make a move here. Here comes the 51
Here
to the inside of the 12. The 17's going to jump to the outside. He goes 3 wide, shoves the 12 up the racetrack.
51 to the lead. Here comes the 88 following through. Here comes Patton. He just made up a lot of time right there. I'm telling y'all, boys, if Patton can get back in this race, he's going to be a faster.
7 to go here from the Kentucky Speedway. Big move made by the 17 on the 51 as well as his teammate in the 12 of Elite Precision.
Patton's here now, boys. He's got the draft. 88 making the move for the lead right here. Here comes the meat wagon.
Patton's coming in, y'all. He is on his way in. I think he might have a little bit of this draft.
Oh, the 17's going to try. Maybe going to... Oh, the 12's get below him. They're getting aggressive, boys. Teammates out the door now. That's out the door. 17's going to... Oh, he gets into the 88. They're trying to move him. Here comes the 12 looking underneath the 17 again.
And Patton is there. He was chomping at the bit, and he is there. All of that just brought one more car into the fold.
I don't think these boys are going to make it, man. I think there's going to be a caution. These guys are racing hard.
These guys are fighting way too hard.
The 51.
Patton says it's go time.
No time.
It's go time. 5 to go from the Kentucky Speedway.
2 Lipsum cars, 2 Black Bear Racing cars, and a Gas Motorsports car. Here comes the 12 under his teammate, the 17.
Throws it back underneath him. Does it a good, clean way, too. They make contact.
24 Patton's going to get under both. Patton is going to go for the second position right here. Best tires out there right now. Here comes Private Patton up to the second spot. And now Hendrick is in full control again.
4 to go.
Oh, Elite caught that apron there coming off the 2.
Oh my goodness, he did a great job saving it.
Look at him take that defensive line. That might cost him some time through this corner right here. Coming to 3 laps of racing to go for Kentucky. He called the back on pit road. Can Meatwagon hang on? How aggressive will his teammate Patton get? Both going for that first cup win.
And how hungry do the Black Bear Racing Fords get back here behind them? Both have 3 wins on the season, each looking for number 4. JCR Clashin looking for his 2nd win of the season. Now the 12 puts the bumper to the 24.
Oh, Patton had a bad corner right there. Those guys are going to have to work really hard now to get back in it. That really hurt the 17, 51, 24.
2 laps to go.
Oh, the 17's in the wall.
Battling the 51.
Patton.
2 laps to go. Can the 88 of Xander hold on for his first win here in the Cobra E-Racing Cup Series? Does the 12 of Elite Precision, the series points leader? He has 3 wins so far this season. They're going to come up to 1 lap to go from the Kentucky Speedway.
Man, that 12, he's going to have a chance of a bump and run here. How aggressive will Elite get?
How aggressive does Elite Precision get? He's won 3 of the last 4 races. Can he go and get another one? Here they come down the back straightaway. He's going to have a run. He's going to put pressure on the 88. He's going to try to make a move here. Good work by the 88 to hold it off here. The 12's going to send it into the corner. He's going to get there to the bumper. He's going to send him up the racetrack. The 88 puts a block on him. Here they come to the line. The 88 scores his first win in Cobra. RS Meatwagon. Or no, was that not the last lap?
Yeah, that was it. That was it.
That was it.
Looks like
and at the
Patton ran out
line,
of gas coming to the line.
Patton ran out of gas. Clashin gets 3rd.
Wow.
Interesting.
And Cyogenic falls to 6th, give 5th to Fireslayer.
How about Fireslayer right there? The old man coming through with a good run.
Your top 10, Xander 1st, Elite Precision 2nd, JCR Clashin 3rd, Private Patton 4th, Fireslayer's 5th, Cyogenic 6th, Sauce 7th, Terrell 8th, JoJo 9th, and Mills rounds out the top 10. Holy smokes.
Shout out to Mills with the top 10 in that first Cup start. It's not easy to come in here and run top 10 in this Cup Series. Terrell, a good run today. I believe that's his first top 10 in the Cup Series on the season. But what a win by Meatwagon. This is a win that's been coming for a long time.
Holy smokes, folks. This was a finish for the ages. Woo! The fastest lap of the race goes to JCR Clashin.
With a 30.639.
So let's get these top 3 up in here. Woo! Let me find this 51 in here. Where's that 51 hiding? Here it is. Gang, what do we think? I'll throw it to Taddy real quick as we wait for our top 3 to jump in. Taddy, you got a copy? No copy for Taddy? Okay, Chase, I'll throw it to you. Thoughts on this race?
Man, those guys done a great job there at the end. They put on a whale of a show right there. That was fantastic racing up from the broadcasters' viewership. You know, Uh, Patton done a good job to get himself back in it. 5 cars racing hard there at the end. Those guys didn't go overly aggressive on each other. These guys done a great demonstration of how it's supposed to be done right there. You know, very proud of how these guys raced tonight. Some great racing. I mean, there were some mistakes out there, but I mean, there's going to be mistakes happen. So just throw that out the door. These a heck of a job by you top 5. All the top 3s in here. Great racing, guys. Great job from all of you tonight.
Klein, I'll ask you your thoughts on the way that finished out.
Man, from stage 2 on, that race was great. There was a lot of excitement in it, a lot of passes, a lot of side-by-side racing, and the entire race was one of the better ones I've watched in my league career. Kudos and hats off to the top 3 and everybody, even the first timers that were running tonight in the Cup Series. Good job on the finishes that you earned, and good job on the showing that you put out.
Well, there you go. You heard from Klein and you heard from Beatty. Taddy, do you have a copy or no? Well, I'm not getting anything from Taddy, so we'll go ahead and get into interviews here. Our third place finisher of JCR Clashin', you get traded this week. You're headed over to a new team, Gorilla Autosport, over from Venom Racing, a longtime Venom Racing driver. Now you jump over to Gorilla Autosport, jump into the 51, a Toyota. Know you've been excited about that. We talked about that at the top of the broadcast. You bring home a P3. Tell me about your night. Tell me about that finish, too.
Yeah, the racing was great all night. Car was fast, but it was a little too fast. After about 15 laps, it was definitely a handful, same as last week. After about 15 to 20 laps, I just couldn't go side by side. My car was just naturally turning, especially exit 2. I was just turning left into the apron. So it was a handful. Made a bunch of adjustments in stage 2, but that made it even worse. I think I wrecked at some point in stage 2. And in stage 3, I just went way up on the wedge, way up on the left side tire pressures. And it was better, but it was still pretty loose. But as long as I was in the draft, I felt like I could battle for the win. They were all pretty equal, top 5 for speed. They had handling over me, but speed-wise, we were all pretty even. I think anyone could have won that race. Congrats to the 88 and congrats to the 12.
Well, I'll ask you, what was your first reaction when you got traded from Venom to Gorilla Autosport?
I was excited for the 51 car, because 51 car is the only thing I ever race in. I wasn't expecting to get traded. That's kind of, I don't know why Venom did that. I wasn't expecting it.
Well, I'll let your former, co-captain, sort of, Beatty, you got anything for Clash in there?
Yeah, I just feel like after all the time he put in at Venom that I wanted to give you. I know that P. Cole had talked to you a long time about getting in that Toyota, and I know you wanted the 51 car, and he had it available, and I just wanted to send you over there where you could, get that shot in that 51 car. That was my whole reason behind trading. I just wanted you to get that opportunity that you've been wanting for a long time, because Taddy was never able to get those Toyotas. Taddy wanted to get the Toyotas, but he was just never able to do it. So I wanted to give you the opportunity to go ride the car that you wanted to drive.
Well, thank you for thinking like that.
Klein, what you got for our third place finisher there of JCR Clashin'?
Not too much more to add other than, congrats on the podium finish, strong run, strong showing with the new team. It's got to feel pretty good when you get, traded to a new team to go out and have a strong showing like that.
Yeah, feels good. Anytime you're in a new environment, you want to put a little more effort into how you race.
For sure, man. Well, congrats on the third place finish.
No, thank you.
Well, there you go. You heard from our third place finisher of JCR Clashin'. Taddy, are you there? Do you have anything you want to add for Clashin'? If you are talking, I cannot hear you. Do any of y'all hear Taddy?
I do
No,
not.
sir.
No, sir?
No copy on him. No copy.
Okay. Well, if that's the case, we'll move to our second place finisher, the 12 of Elite Precision. What a finish there. I got to get your thoughts on essentially what was the last, I don't know, 20, 30 laps of this race. I mean, it's a runner-up finish. I know you wanted to win, but this delivered one of the best finishes I think I've ever seen on this game.
Yeah, I was taking no prisoners, especially in that last stage. First two stages was frustrating as hell because I kept restarting on the outside and I would just get shuffled to the back. Yeah, I was just racing as hard as I could, racing my teammates hard, just trying to get all I could. I feel like I had a good car and I had a shot to win. Obviously, certain things didn't play out there at the end like how I would like it, but I had a shot at him. I was trying to get him to protect, move back up, and so I could have the arc. And I had a real good run in the center, and then he pretty much just took my line away, which, you know, that's what you're supposed to do. You know, I had a good run. I was gonna try to go to the outside. He kind of moved up, and the race was over from there. So, congrats to him. Yeah, it was a fun race. I actually had fun.
Now, you came into this night as the points leader. You've won, well, now 3 of the last 5 races, but you're still the points leader. You've been the points leader for multiple weeks here now. You did a good job maintaining your points lead, I think, tonight, even though the stages might not have been perfect. You still wound up with stage points, I'm pretty sure. So, was that kind of the goal tonight, was to continue working on the points lead, or was it more so to focus on another race win?
Every race I just try to come in and try to win. I mean, that's the goal. And just come in, just try to win, try to get what I can, and, you know, points will take care of themselves if I can just come in and just, you know, deliver.
Well, I'll throw it over to your Black Bear Racing co-captain, that being Klein Boy. Klein, what you got to say for Elite Precision?
Man, Elite, and you know, we were talking about you every week. You're always up there competing. You know, I have much respect for you. You're always one of the guys that's helping us out, us truck guys and Xfinity guys. I just have to ask one question. I may have missed it if it was already asked. If it was, I apologize. How about that racing between you and Sayo in the 17?
Yeah, it was fun. Like I said, I was taking no prisoners. Even, you know, I was racing my teammates hard. I mean, I was just trying to. I felt like I had a real good car. So when you got a good car, you don't want to sit behind nobody, especially when it's like less than 20 to go. So I was just trying to, you know, go as hard as I could and just try to, you know, protect the lead. And but yeah, it was, you know, it's always fun battling Sayo. You know, he got, I forgot what happened to him at the end, but he was once again fast. At the end there, I don't know what happened to him in the first 2 stages. I know he hit the apron at the start, but first 2 stages he was just trying to recover.
Well, there you go. Beatty, what you got for Elite Precision? Let's try and make our responses a little bit quicker here so that we can get to the truck broadcast.
Hey, my point, the thing I'm going to focus in here is how you was able to drive right back up through the field, Elite. That was great work there, getting through the field. Not making no contact with anybody. You're just that fast, man. A lot of guys, I noticed when they fell back, couldn't get up through there, but you made your way right back up through there. That was, man, you had a great car. Just excellent driving from you tonight.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Well, there you go. You heard from our second place finisher of Elite Precision, but the man of the hour, the 88 of RS Meatwagon. I'm going to make big for anyone's first win, but especially for a good friend of mine. RS Meatwagon, Xander, you got your first win here in Cobra, man. How's it feel?
It feels amazing. Before I even say anything, I want to say shout out to Elite. I want to say shout out to Sion. I want to say shout out to Clash and you guys. It was awesome racing. It was a lot of fun, and I wouldn't have wanted it any other way to finish with a good battle.
Well, so you come into this second in the point standings, haven't found your first win, but you get it done tonight. Was this the night where you just said, I'm going to get a win no matter what it takes?
I was actually joking with Patton and Sauce and Freedom before the race. I was like, I think this is the one that I actually get it done, and it actually happened. So Kentucky's one of those races that, you know, it's hit or miss for me at least. So I was definitely looking forward to Kentucky, and after the first couple of stages, I was starting to feel pretty confident and got it done somehow.
Well, Klein, got anything for Xander?
Just going to keep it short and sweet since we do have the truck race to get to. Congrats on the first win, and don't stop there. Go out and get several more this season.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Appreciate it.
And I'll throw it over to you, Beatty. If you want to make yours a little bit longer, you can.
Man, I don't really have much to say. I kept saying that I thought that 88 car was going to get it done tonight. It looks like he proved me right there. That was... I don't know. I don't really have much to say, man. That was a great drive there at the end. You did everything you needed to do to hang on right there. And those guys were pressuring the heck out of you, but you kept your cool and you pulled it off. It was a very impressive win right there.
Yeah, it was hard fought for sure. I'm always happy to make anyone look good. So.
Now, I'll mention this because it's worth talking about before we close the broadcast out. And the final thing I'll say for you, Xander, you're the first full-time Litsum driver to win in the Cup Series this year. How does that sound to you?
That sounds awesome. With the talent we have on this team, I mean, it feels awesome to get it done for us finally. I know Patton's been close, I know Sauce has been close, and Freedom's been having some really good races, so it feels good to finally get it done.
Now, Mo Pawanuka did win in the 24 at Daytona, but he is not a full-time Cup driver for you guys, so you have scored the first win as a full-time driver for Litsum this season in the Cup Series, and I know that's going to have your owner, Sauce, happy about that. But, again, Xander pulls off his first win, and you've heard from him just then. Again, congrats to Xander on his first career win here in the Cobra E-Racing Cup Series and the Cobra E-Racing Series in general. He'll forever go into the record books as a winner here in Cobra. Second place, of course, belongs to Elite Precision, continues to extend his points lead with a good finish, and third belongs to JCR Clashin. And so for all of us here at the Cobra E-Racing Series and the Cobra E-Racing Cup Series, as well as our Cup Series drivers, my broadcast partners GTR Taddy, or I should say Taddy at this point, GTR Beatty, and Klein Boy, and myself, broadcaster Clay, I hope everyone has a great night. Have a good one, everyone.